beautiful day. Here, look at that mail. More mail for Brad. Well, there it is. There's the address if you would like to send Brad something special, a thank you or a special note, or just maybe some love. There you go. There he is out playing with the dogs right now. Brad Buckner!
Yeah!
This was waiting for you.
Oh, hi, Chester.
Glad you're here to receive it.
Are you coming up to say hi? Oh, he didn't like that. Oh, he didn't like that. Oh, he didn't like that. Oh, no, I don't like that. You do.
Hey, that could be a fragile package.
Oh, okay. Well, it's padded, and it is. Oh, okay. It is LT Carbide USA. Oh, okay. Conroe, Texas.
Conroe, Texas.
Yep, Conroe, Texas. Okay, and it's from a Carbide company. What could that be?
Interesting.
Oh, wait. What is that? All right. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff, and it is taped. Okay, I mean it's taped everywhere. So,
Can I help?
Conroe, Texas. That has got to be from a guy named Jack. Okay, and so let's. Oh my gosh, that is like thick. But we cut right through it fairly easy because my knife is very sharp. And when I say thick, it's layers and layers. Okay, with the tape and everything else. So Conroe, Texas, this is from Jack. It's from LTD Carbide USA. And so now we have, that's what I thought it was going to be, bubble wrap. All right, so, and more tape. All right, and I already know what it's got to be. It's got to be Carbide. Ooh.
Tell us.
Okay. Now this is really pretty cool. I didn't expect them to be in their sample boxes.
Wow.
Okay, so there's that. There's 10 pieces and 18 pieces.
Brad, what are we looking at here? Come on,
Right.
This is a mystery.
USA made long handle sharpeners. This whole project has taken a very long time because it's been very difficult to find the carbides that I can afford and get them made and get the whole process. You know, it's like we have a vaccine, but we have absolutely no needles. And we know that it has to be stuck in, so we got to find the needles. Okay. So this is Carbides, and these are samples. Oh, these are so cute, these little sample trays. And they lock together, and they're beveled on. This is so cool. I like a little kid. So these are the sample Carbides, okay, for the long handle sharpeners to be made in North Carolina. And a guy named Dennis, can't remember his last name right now. There was another guy, Johnny Jones, that had a friend. So it's a friend of a friend that's helping me to put this project together. And
so real quick though, you having one company making one part,
yes,
and another company molding the other part.
Yeah, molding it, building the mold and molding the parts all together.
And then they send it to our company, and we sell the part.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we sell the part, and then you do your part.
And you create the part.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you do your part, and you actually buy them. And people say,
that's a good part.
Well, I want them made in America. I'd sure buy these if I have people at my table. I'm not going to buy those. They're made in China. I want American. Well, I do have some old Americans that I put on the table, and they were $5 more. In the first place, they're kind of a relic. They're 30 years old. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Carbide, but 9 out of 10 people turn their nose up at them. So let's see if the extra expense and everything else in America actually comes up with a product that I can really sell. So I'm going to dump out one of them. Actually, I'm just going to pick it out. These are the little baby Carbides that go in the cross V. I even thought about making them without the cross V because it'd sure be less expensive. And I used to really frown at the cross V Carbide, but a lot of people, okay, there he is. Oh my God, it's a dragon tooth. That's what that is. It's a dragon tooth.
That is precious.
It's hard as a dragon tooth. Now, that's going to go in there this way. And this one is going to go in there I'll tell you, they did their due diligence to protect them and all that. Hang on. Okay, well, let me come out here. Oh, no, well, anyway, one on top of the other one at a V at 20 degrees inclusive, 10 on each side.
One like this.
Yeah.
And then one like that.
No, they're actually they're actually they're actually the small side.
Oh.
This is how
See, we're all learning together here.
Yeah, that, I'm going to cup my hand. Now I'm going to come out here. See how it creates a V? Okay, and those corners being absolute 90 degrees is what makes them work. Okay, in the first place, it's really difficult to get the little tiny piece of carbide in the mold and held in place. They do use magnets and they do use pins. Now, the ones that figured it out to do the magnets the best don't have the pinholes because the magnets hold them in place and they don't need a little tiny pin to come in. Look at your sharpeners. You're going to see that it's around the carbide there's a lot of little pinholes about the size diameter of a sewing needle. So you have to, they do have robots that put this stuff in place. But can you imagine with your own fingers, and you got to pick these up and you got to put them in the mold and do it right and not drop them. If you drop them, you got to get another one, then you have to find that one or something. But you have to, if you're going to hand load it, now to get a real idea of how big those two carbides are, okay, there's the two carbides and a penny, you know.
Which
so
one's worth more?
Them carbides are worth a hell of a lot more than a penny, I can tell you right now, because there's approximately $1. Actually, no, there's $1, like $1.30 sitting right there. That was the low bid. I don't know for sure. I have to accept the carbides, then they kind of tell me how much it's going to cost me. So I know they came in low, but that's the carbides, and it's tungsten carbide. It's a powder. It's ground up. It's put in a mold. It's smashed, and then they what's called cinder it. So that's heating it up, and then they grind it. And these were supposed to have been ground on 3 sides, but they're not. Actually, these are not. Yeah, they are too. I wanted them ground on that side, and that side, so you come out with a sharper corner. But like the guy said, you'll end up with a sharp enough corner, and I don't know. I don't know for sure if I believe that. I know it is sharp. It's taking my fingernail off, but I did kind of want them ground on all 3 sides. So anyway, that's those carbides. These are the big ones, the Mucho Grande ones. Okay, we'll put both of them back. And actually, I probably shouldn't, even though if you don't bang it around, they won't chip. So let's do that. Oh, they sent a different number of carbides. Okay, so, and it takes an awful lot because you have to make a mold. I mean, can you imagine, even if it's China, if I say I want a carbide and they can't find a carbide in existence that actually fits, you have to make a carbide that fits my application. So you have to convince somebody to make the samples, to make the mold, to get the carbide, to smash it into the molds, to bring it out, to grind it and everything else, all the expenses, mail it to the US or wherever. I said China. All right. And then they have to get to me and everything. So it's not, people say, well, why don't you just make one that has like a bottle opener? Why don't you make one that has this or has that? You can't just do that. It's like saying, well, why don't you just buy a house that's $800,000? Because I don't have the means. Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, it's the same way with molds and things like that, product. And for such a tiny little thing, what it actually took for me to find somebody that could even get in the ballpark financially. Okay. Ooh, that one is.
Long handle.
Okay. So this little piece of carbide, I can see that it came out of the mold. I got something kind of stuck on this side, or it was water jetted, or something. That side, I believe, is either water jet or plasma cut. That side, but this one is ground, that one's ground, and this one's ground on all three sides. So this is kind of funny, but people say, I say it all the time about the world's smallest knife sharpener. Well, hi Cobb. That, basically speaking, is like the world's smallest knife sharpener. That's kind of funny. All right, so just the little carbide. The bigger carbide, they're about 1/16 of an inch thick. They're 3/4 of an inch long, and they were surface ground, and then ground on this side, surface ground on that side. So that corner and that corner are as sharp as you're going to get them. They're ground with diamond grinding wheels. Okay, so now I have those, the little carbides, the big carbide. Now I got to send them to Dennis in North Carolina. I've already got everything pretty much set up. It's just how much of the carbide's really actually going to cost me. And if it just comes out too expensive, I'm not going to do it, because you don't spend, you don't spend $100 to make $1, so to speak. It just doesn't work that way. So I'm still working on it. Yes, I am working on it. Yes, it is progressing. I just got the carbides, and everything is moving along still at a snail's pace, but nevertheless it is moving along. This is for the long handles project, made in the United States in North Carolina, and so that's the progression of where we're at right now with the long handle made in the United States. This is Brad Buckner, sharpensbest.com. You stay sharp and you take care, and remember, your life is generally what you make it.